Okay, at this point, I don't really know how to make a fancy intro. This game is basically Pokemon, but we make it a card game with all this complicated rule set and energy BS, whatever. So I took a look at the game for like 15 minutes, looked at it, and thought, hey, I should make a video out of it. So there you go. This is the video that I decided to make out of it. Anyway, if you enjoy this, you can subscribe. If not, at the very least, I hope this video makes your day. Okay, let's get this started. But who am I kidding? We got a long, amazing journey ahead of us. And like any proper journey, ours starts at the very beginning. In the middle of the first club leader battle. Wait, what? See, in a normal playthrough, you're supposed to go to Dr. Mason, go through a really long half-an-hour tutorial, get your starter deck, which I selected the Bulbasaur one, by the way, and then head over to the water gym, defeat 3 of her members before she'll actually battle you. But hey, guess what? The footage corrupted, and I can't see it. So guess what? You don't get to either. Postscript as when here, I actually do have the footage. I just don't really want to talk about it. We beat her, but not before looking up a guide that I'm going to have open for pretty much the rest of the game. Anyway, the second gym leader is completely different. Yes, I know they're called club masters, but I am just going to call them gym leaders for the sanity of me recording. It's been 2 weeks since I completed the footage. Do not complain. This is what I am doing for recording. Anyway, this next gym leader pulls off a Roark and is too lazy to be in this world, so I have to beat all 3 of her subordinates to spawn her back into existence. I wish that was a joke from a coding perspective. TLDR, 2 of them are pretty easy to beat, and the third one has a deck that took me longer to beat than I would like to admit. Hey, there's Nikki! After refreshing her role in this digital hell, she returned to the quote-unquote grass club to duel me. And I beat her, proving that I can, in fact, read. Now, this is a rant I'm going to do right now before the next battle, and that is the fact that I am not playing this game legitimately. I am playing this game on the Switch Online version, which means I have access to the rewind feature, and if you watched my Sonic 2 video, or better yet, watched the stream of it, then you will know I am going to abuse the ever-living shit out of this feature. Anyway, oh, wait, are rivals here? Hi, Ronald McDonald. Basically, this is your rival for the game, but he's really not that threatening, if I'm being honest. You just kind of make a mono-type deck and then steamroll all over him. And then he gives you a card. So, yay. Alright, we're up to the speed round. The next 2 gym leaders, Jean and Ken, don't really have any requirements for you to fight their members before fighting them. So you can literally just walk up to both of them, say, hey, Jean, ever heard of grass-type Pokemon? Or, hey, Ken, ever heard of water-type Pokemon? And then beat them in under 10 minutes and get your medal, and then leave. So there's not much to talk about there. Also, it's around the time that when I fought Ken where I actually started getting good at this game. So I'm gonna start flying by these battles a lot faster now. The next club up is the Science Club, and this club is unique because unlike the last 2 clubs, it actually forces you to play the game as intended. Woo! So after being toxic Fortnite kid and less important people, we're finally going to be able to challenge the club leader. Wait a minute. His name's Rick? As in Rick Sanchez? The smartest man alive? Oh boy. I am so fricked. What kind of high IQ level gameplay is he gonna pull against me? Wait. I beat him in 10 minutes. Never mind, it's Doofus Rick. Move on with life. Oh, hey, here's Ronald McDonald. I forgot that we have to deal with him. He's basically emoting on us because he thinks he's better than us. But honestly, with a good deck, it's always possible to beat Ronald on your second try. Haha, get wrecked, noob. Anyway, he gave us a card that we're probably going to use later. Yeah, that's it. What else were you expecting? For me to just suddenly cut to the next gym with no warning? The Psychic Club's up next, and personally, between me and you, when I hear the words Psychic and Club together, I imagine some hippies in tie-dye shirts with some weird calm meditation stuff going on in the background. I do not expect private school pricks who have "It's Not Me, It's You" by Skillet blasting at full volume across the area. But of course, this made-up lore isn't really important because the Psychic Club has the funny haha quirk of being basically entirely optional. Let's just beat Murray, sorry excuse of a stall deck, and then move on to the Fighting Club, shall we? Up next, we've got the Fighting Club leader, Mitch. But before we can fight him, we have to fight his 3 apprentices, which are at the Grass, Rock, and Fire Gym. I think some of you might be realizing that I am what is known on the spectrum as a moron. I could have beaten 2 of the 3 when I went over to Gene and Ken's gym, since they only took about 10 minutes to beat. I could have had something else to talk about. I could have made a grand thing about how I was 2 steps ahead of him and said, hey, I beat all your guys already. Let's just fight. But no, I have to take the awkward walk of shame to each of these 3 gyms to beat their members. After that was done, I really can only sum up the fight between me and Mitch like this. Mewtwo, you Cyburn. Oh, hey, cool. He dropped the Master Medal. Do you want me to pick that up or... Okay, bye. Yeah, I probably should have mentioned we got the Mewtwo from this old dude back at the Psychic Club after we beat Murray. So, yeah. Speaking of Psychic types and Mewtwo, I'm going to become a Psychic for a moment and read your mind. Okay, here's your question. And I want you to think the answer in your head. What do you think Electric types are weak to in this game? You thought ground, didn't you? Well, guess what? You're wrong! It's fighting types! Like, what? How does that make any sense? Well, I guess next time my younger brother is scared of lightning, I'll just tell him, hey bro, it's okay. If the lightning scares you, go up and punch it. It'll deal super effective damage. That rant aside, the most interesting thing that happened in this gym was that I got an Articuno. So we're just gonna put that in the back pocket and use it in a bit. Now, you might be looking at this 140 damage finisher that I did on the gym leader, and you might think that was overkill. But just know, I had 2 more Pokemon ready to crush his hopes and dreams. I was absolutely holding back. With all 8 of our Master Medals claimed, we can now gain access to the Pokemon Dome, where our final challengers await. The 4 Grandmasters, or as my preferred nickname for them, Ass Budget Elite 4. The first Grandmaster in our path is Courtney, who wields the power of fire and Moltres. And wait, what? What is this sprite? This is the Pokemon incarnation of the Phoenix. This is supposed to strike terror and fear into the hearts of your opponents, and it looks like a bald chicken. Gamefreak, what the heck? The next one in our path is Grandmaster Steve. After saying a lot of naughty no-no words and a lot more deck reshuffling, we beat him relatively easy. Next was Grandmaster Jack, which is simultaneously the most boring game in this playthrough and the most interesting. It's the most interesting in the fact that I saw a vulnerability in the AI and abused it. I put him in a stranglehold, forcing his terrible AI to keep drawing cards. but he would never taint his precious Chansey with water energy. And when he thought he had a chance at redemption, I used Gust of Wind to swipe him straight back into the hellscape and watched him bleed out all of his cards. It's the most boring game of the playthrough in the fact that this essentially boils down to waiting 50 minutes for him to run out of cards to draw. The last one, Grandmaster Rod, uses Dragonite because apparently Dragonite is a legendary Pokemon now. I know I made the joke about the ass budget Elite Four earlier, but Rod really is just a budget Lance. Okay, finally, we're done. Wait, why do I hear boss music in the background? Stop it! We're done. Rod was the last person we needed to face to get the legendary Pokemon cards. Oh, come on! Apparently we have to fight Ronald again. Because, haha, we like funny rival battle. We like copy-pasting a plot line. And I mean, at this point, Ronald isn't even trying to hide the fact that he's a hippie Fortnite kid. He literally default dances in front of us before the start of the match. Oh wait, I need to talk about the battle itself and build it up to be a huge thing where we use everything we've learned in the game up to this point to defeat Ronald, but I don't really want to do that because I just kind of used a water type deck and used Gyarados to wash him away. The most hilarious part about this is that I selected the Bulbasaur deck at the start of the game, and I didn't even use him to finish it because I was scared of Moltres. Let me remind you, the bald chicken card. I was scared of that card, so I chose an entirely different deck type. Okay. Anyway, Ronald's gonna go home and cry like the little baby he is. And we finally get the true legendary Pokemon cards. As when... Oh wait, they're speaking to me? What cryptic but amazing life advice do they have for me? Maybe something about never going to give up and never letting down those who I call friends? Play Fortnite, 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 play Fortnite. No! One Rickroll denial later, and we have finally finished our journey. All jokes aside, I genuinely enjoyed this game. And hey, I need to give out a couple of credits before I end the video, so here they are. First off, thanks to Deacon Larson for not only subscribing to my Patreon, but also being the guy who let me borrow his account for editing this video. Trust me, this let me release it before the year 2024 happened. And second off, thank you to Robshi for creating the guide that I used in this playthrough. I'll link it in the description in case any of you are insane enough to try this. However, if I hear that you did it without using the rewind feature once, I will call a mental hospital. Anyway, imagine if I just took the most out-of-pocket frame from the credits and just used that to end the video.